All right, guys, we're going to start with a problem from Physics Classroom, which is going to be the link we're going to use a lot. So here it is, and I'll put this link on Google Classroom for you today. But we're going to start with problem 1 on this page. So I'll have to give you a second to read it. Okay, and again, you might be saying, why is this stuff important? Why do I need to know this? Why? Has no purpose to my life. And to be honest, you're partially right. You will never probably be faced with a problem like this in your life where somebody says, either solve this problem or I'm taking all your money or I'm not going to talk to you ever again. That's probably not going to happen. But again, the skills that you're using and the parts of your brain, that brain of yours that you're using, those are going to be strengthened. Just like lifting weights strengthens your muscles, right? Or running strengthens your heart. This really strengthens those parts of your skills that are going to give you an advantage in college. And that's what I want, okay? So here's the problem. Now, for all problems, I'd like you to take this format where you write your knowns, what you're trying to find, and then the equation. Okay, so if we remember that problem, it says the aircraft accelerates at 3.2 meters per second squared. If it said it was decelerating or slowing down, right, the sign, instead of a positive, we would make that a negative, okay? The time is self-explanatory, and it turns out to use any of these equations, to use any of the big four, you need 3 variables. Well, we've got acceleration, we've got time, we need a third variable, right? We've got 1, we've got 2, so we need a third variable, this one, okay? What is it? Well, they didn't tell us, but I know it's VI because it says the plane accelerates from rest, okay? Anytime it talks about rest, that means the initial velocity is a 0, okay? So I can go to my table, and I am a physicist that will not be tricked, will not be fooled, and I'm going to put 0 meters per second in. Okay? Now I've got 3. That's good. I can start my problem. So I need to pick an equation. Whoop, my focus got out there. I need to pick an equation that involves A, T, VI, and D. So what's missing? Well, of our 5 variables, it looks like VF is the one that's missing, so I go down. This one has no VF. So I'm going to use this equation. So I'm going to go here to my equation sign. I'm going to do D equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. Okay? And so now, since I'm finding D, I'm going to literally plug these into the equation. So this is going to be D, which I don't know. VI is 0. So this whole thing, then if that's 0, this is VI times T. So if this is 0, which we see it is, then this whole thing would become 0. So this would be 0 plus 1/2. Okay, what's our acceleration? 3.2. So we got 3.2 there. And then what's our time? Our time is 32.8. So I've run out of board space. 32.8. Notice that that's squared. So I'm going to square that. Okay? So then, simply, it ends up being D equals 1/2 3.2 times 32.8 squared. Okay, so in your calculator, you're essentially going to do 0.5, or 1 divided by 2, get an answer, 0.5, times 3.2, and then you can either do times 38.2, and then do it again times 38.2, or you can do 38.2 squared, which should be on your calculator a button that's like that. Okay, so if you see that button, you can do 30.82 and then hit that button, and then it'll square it. And when you do this, you will get the correct answer. And let's check what the correct answer is, because I did it on my calculator. And all the answers on here, so you can see how you're doing. But you should get a distance of 1,720 meters. And if you get that, you have just owned your first physics problem. Booyah! Physics, you're kicking it. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Any questions you have, we'll talk about on Monday. Again, let me know if there's any issues with the grades. But I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. I want to go over this stuff with you, give you a chance to ask questions. We'll practice some more. We'll do Shoot the Moon next week. Very fun project. It's going to get you to you have to think about how to get a cup to slide down a rope and drop a ball into a target. Not as easy as it might sound. Okay, so that's all I've got. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday.